if you're called to jihad, fi sabilillah, you would do with no shame, right? You okay with that?
Yeah, well, if it's in Islam, then yes, of course.
Okay, so you're okay with chapter 4, verse 24. If you take a woman captive, jihad, spoils of war, and she's married, and the Quran says she's lawful for you because by taking her captive, you dissolve the marriage, and you can have sex with her. You're okay with that?
I'm not sure if it says that. If it says that,
Yes,
then
it
I
does.
have to
Open
do
up chapter 4, verse 24, and I'm going to give you the Sahih Hadith.
It has an historical background. I'm not
going to
a
give you the historical background. The background was the Muslims went to war at Autas. This is Sunan Abu Dawud. It's Sahih. And they took beautiful captive women in a ghazwa, an expedition sent by Muhammad. And these women, their husbands were alive. They didn't want to touch them. And Allah said, you can touch them. Just make sure they're not pregnant. I'm going to give you the historical context, but let's first read it. 424. Wedded women, meaning married women, you cannot touch, save except what your right hands own. So if there's a married woman, you can't touch her except those that your right hands possess. Now let me get you the hadith for this historical context. Friend, can you read it for us? Do you want to read or you want me to read it for you? He's reading it already and he's shocked. Do you want me to read it for you? See, he's shocked. You see his reaction. See? By your action, I can tell you that because you bear the image of the true God, it's not a face, it's bothering you, which is good. There's hope for you. So let me read it. Abu Sayyid al-Khudri said, the apostle of Allah sent a military expedition to Autas on the occasion of the Battle of Hunayn. They met their enemy and fought with them. They defeated them and took them captives. Some of the companions of the apostle of Allah were reluctant to have relations with female captives because they're pagan husbands. So Allah, the Exalted, sent down the Quranic verse, and all married women are forbidden unto you, save except those captives whom your right hand possess. So your God said, don't worry about it. You can have sex with them. This is to say that they are lawful for them when they complete their waiting period. Only thing you have to do is make sure they're not pregnant. Because if you have sex with them, they're pregnant. You don't know if it's your child or their husband's child. So be honest with me, since you have no problem. If you're living at the time Muhammad, theoretically, and Muhammad sent an expedition to attack your village, he took your mother captive, your sister captive, I don't know if you have a wife and daughter, and your grandma, and they were taken captive, and they had sex with these women. Are you okay with them doing that to your mother, your grandmother, your wife, your sister, your daughter?
No, no, no.
Say it again?
No.
So then why are you okay that Muhammad did it to other people's mothers, wives, daughters, and sisters? Because that's what he did. This is the historical context. So why are you okay that he did it to other people's women when you're not okay if he did it to your women?
Well, that's like, that happened at a different time in a different context. It's not
this is
like...
not been abrogated. Be careful. This is Quran. It's not mansukh. It's not abrogated. This is why when Muslims attack today in jihad, they still take captives and rape them. Tell me where the Quran says this is no longer applicable if you're in jihad.
Well,
fear Allah, because you're going to answer to Allah for every mistake you make.
That's a tough question. I can't answer it. I'm not a scholar. I can't answer it. It's a tough question.
Good. Even your scholars can't answer it because they'll tell you, yes, you can. And you know in your heart, because I can see your reaction, this is evil, this is wicked, this is adultery, to take my wife and then have sex with her in front of my eyes. Just because Allah allowed you to do it, this is disgusting. Condemned by the true God revealed in Jesus.
Leave Islam.
Yes.
Please, you cannot have this.
Come to a better way, the only way, Jesus Christ, who would never let you do stuff like this. Let me just deal with muta, temporary marriages. I want the audience to pay careful attention to what Sheikh Omar said. He clearly said in front of live audience, muta is fornication. There's no such thing as muta today. However, he forgot to deal with the issue that I raised earlier. According to the Sunnah of his prophet, according to the so-called sound collections of narrations, Muhammad was the one who instituted muta. Now remember his words, muta is fornication. So he indirectly admits that his prophet instituted fornication for a while. So thank you for confirming my point. Your prophet was not a mercy unto mankind because by implementing muta, he actually implemented, according to your words, the fornication of women, actually prostitution. It's irrelevant whether it's abrogated today. I'm talking about what Muhammad did, which you agree he did, but then he abrogated it. Number two, Sheikh Omar, you said that the only women that you take captive are the women who go to war with their husbands. I'm going to challenge you in front of everyone tonight. Show me anywhere in Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verse 24, that restricts this command to only the female fighters, only the women who go out to war with their husbands against the Muslims. That's nowhere in the text. You are reading into the text what you want to read, because again, you see how damaging this passage is to the credibility of Muhammad being a mercy unto mankind. The text says what it says, and the hadiths confirm what the text says. Any woman you take captive, whether she goes to war or not, she is your property. You can actually sleep with her. Now, you don't want to say it's, but again, for the life of me, which captive woman would willfully want to sleep with her captor who has just murdered her family? This is clearly being sanctioned by the Quran.